I'm actually the manager of the business, so I know where Kevin often does his coaching. It's with the business owners.
Yeah.
The business that we're in is recruitment. So the owner and managing director is working in Auckland, and therefore I've got the management of the office and everything down here in Wellington, which is where I sort of fit into the management. I've been working with Kevin sort of, year and a half now, and the business has grown in terms of people and in terms of profitability since I've been working with Kevin. When I first started, I was a new manager to the business. I'd been in the business as an employee for a while, for a year, but I was a new manager to the business. So we've sort of come on from there, and obviously in terms of turnover and profitability, we've come on heaps from there as well. In terms of both sort of people and cash flow and profit, we've introduced new people to the business. Almost everybody that we've taken on has been a new recruit to recruitment. So it's bringing in new trainees and training them up. We've increased the business by an extra sort of third there. And equally, in terms of numbers, we are consistently now billing more every month than we were previously. We've broken the previous records set by the previous manager, which is great.
Fantastic.
And we've been able to do all of that with me reducing my hours, being a mum as well now. So I'm now working part-time.
Obviously the personal benefits are you've been able to reduce your hours at the same time as increase profitability and the growth of the business. Would you say that was as a result of your coaching?
Yeah, very much so. And I think the focus that Kevin has is always very much a personal and a business focus. First and foremost, he's there for the business, and his fees are paid by the business. But what is important, and what is for me as well, being this is my first management role in New Zealand. I don't come from a New Zealand background, so what has been very important for me to understand is that actually, if you're happy as a person, you're going to do better in business. So that message has very much come through from Kevin. So for sure, I've been able to reduce my hours to part-time, and we can get more out of the business than the previous business manager. We've got it to a certain level. We've gone further. But also, there are other personal goals that I have, and Kevin's always very, keen and interested to know what are those, how am I going toward those. It's not just about the business's goals, but it's also where Lucy fits into that picture. I think it's very important that the two people have a relationship of trust. What I get mostly out of Kevin, I believe that Kevin is genuinely interested in where I am. I think if somebody was thinking of taking on Kevin as a coach or another action coach, have a chat with them first, make sure that your principles and your goals are going to align with theirs, that they can put the time into your business, but you need to put the time into having a coach as well. And that's something that Kevin sort of taught me as well. Sure, it's a certain amount of time, an hour or whatever a week, but for that time you've got to be focused, and you've got to think about what you want to get out of it, and be able to have some goals, because if you don't know where you're going, then it's going to be hard to get there. But the coach can help you with where you want to go. I think it's just a question of working with somebody that you can work well with, and then you're going to achieve a heap more. Coaching was something new to me. Coaching to me before this was something that happened with football teams and that sort of thing. It wasn't something that happened with managers and officers. And I find it just very beneficial to be able to bounce my ideas off of someone. For sure, I've got my manager, who is the managing director and owner of the business, but he will look at something very much from his and the business perspective, which I'm not saying is wrong, of course it's not. But what Kevin can add is a third-party view, and Kevin's approach with me has always been very systems solution. So what is the procedure and what is the system, and let's get the system working for the business. Whereas I think if you're talking to the business owner, or if you are the business owner, it's very much more on a personal level. But Kevin just adds a great third-party view, and I think it's a good idea. And I think you much more get back than you put in. You have to spend a bit on it, but you're going to get far more than that back for your business.